What's going on, Angelo family? My name is Angelo. I'm a Tesla Model S 3XY owner, and in this video, I'm going to go over my thoughts on the Tesla Model 3 2024 performance. Enjoy, Jello family. What's going on, Jello family? In today's video, we're going over the Model 3 performance. So I actually went to my local Tesla, and I found out they had the Model 3 performance in stock at the showroom. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to drive the car, but I was able to see the car in first person. I was able to take a look at it, go inside, and I want to give you guys my thoughts on this car. So let's walk around the car so far. It is a red Model 3 performance with white interior. As you can see, the wheels, they look very similar to the aero wheels that we have. And in the front of the car, we have a carbon fiber. It looks like it's carbon fiber at the bottom of the car, and it kind of gives this more aggressive look to the car itself. With regards to the interior of the car, pretty fascinating in the sense that you have the performance seats, right? Like I said in previous videos, it looks very similar to the Model S plaid seats that they just created. I don't know if it's the same part number. I'm not too sure about that, but they do look rather similar when I sat in it and when I looked at it. There was a Model S plaid next to it, and it looked just pretty similar to it. If anything, the Model 3 seats might be a little bit smaller. I'm not too sure, just because of the car itself. But the back overall, it looks very similar to the Model 3 Highland, where you have a kind of ventilated seats in the back, you have little holes in it, as well as you have a speaker here in the back, which is interesting. I really like the white interior of the car. It makes it look very premium and plush. I know I've been switching to the black interior for my cars, but the white interiors are very, very nice for the car itself. With regards to the wheels, as you can see the wheels here, they do have that air wheel look and feel with the red brake caliper, and you have a new carbon fiber spoiler. The carbon fiber spoiler is a lot bigger than the previous Model 3 performance spoilers. It has this long lip, and it feels a lot thicker itself. The wheels itself are very similar to the aero wheels in the sense where I honestly thought it looked like the aero wheels from the Model 3 Highland or previous Model 3s. I was kind of disappointed. I wanted the wheels to look similar to the Uber Turbine, where the Uber Turbine looked more distinct than the Model 3 wheels that were basically the aero wheels, right? So that was kind of interesting for me when I took a look at that with those wheels. With regards to the car, I thought it was beautiful. The new front headlights made it really look like a Model S. So for those of you guys who watch my channel, I have a Model S long range, which is the refresh version of the car. I wrapped it in ultra red, and when I looked at the Model 3 performance in person, it just looked like a smaller version of the Model S long range and the Model S plaid, the new Model S refreshes. And I was very, very impressed with the way it looked and the way it kind of had it aesthetically. I'm very interested to see when it is available for test drive. I will drive the car for you guys and let you know, because I had a Model 3 performance previously, 2023 I believe, or 2022, and the suspension was rather bumpy because it was much lower to the ground. It had the performance wheels. It was also in the Pirelli P0 tires, and then also just because it was a performance car, you're much lower to the ground. The wheels are bigger, so it's not as comfortable as opposed to me driving in my friend's Model 3 long range. This is before the Highland refresh. The suspension was smoother, and then when I actually drove the Model 3 long range with the Highland refresh and the aero wheels, 18-inch rims, suspension was extremely smooth. I honestly thought it was smoother than riding in the Model S long range, which was kind of interesting. But this Model 3 performance, it has all the same features as the Model 3 Highland, with just a couple different cosmetic changes. One of the first cosmetic changes was the new front headlights. That was different for the Model 3 Highland. And then this lower bump here, there's like a lip. It looks like it's carbon fiber in the bottom, right? So it kind of protects the car. Usually for the other cars, it's just kind of paint and it's just the car itself, but it looks like they have a carbon fiber lip in the front. And then with regards to the interior, you're going to see that the seats are super different. That's how you can tell it's a 3 performance, because of the seats. The seats have that look with the performance badge in the seat itself, and then you have the seats kind of like hugging you more, where it looks like it's a race car seat where it's starting to hug your body. So when I sat on the seats, it felt like I was in a race car. It felt like I was in the Model S Plaid. I think you guys should try out, sit in the car, see how you feel. The back is not so spacious like previous Model 3s, like all the Model 3s, where the back is kind of like, it feels a little tight because the seats are so pushed forward and pushed back. And then also it felt like the Model 3 is like their smaller car for Tesla, but it's a pretty solid daily driver, which I kind of have to say so myself. So that's the cool thing about the Model 3 itself. The Model 3 Performance, I believe the range is around 297, almost 300. So you're honestly going to get probably 250 miles of real range with these cars. You need to remember that Tesla, they have their cars on a kind of like, really you only get 70-80% of the actual range in the car. So you keep that in mind when you do purchase this car. You won't get as much range as a Model 3 long range, especially the Highland. You will get kind of 70-80% of it. That's why I always kind of recommend, if you drive a ton, you should honestly get a long range. If you like the aesthetics, if you like the performance of the car, go for the Model 3 Performance. The cool thing about the Model 3 Performance right now is that it's the only Model 3 that currently qualifies for the EV rebate of $7,500. So if you do everything, it might be the same price or even a little bit cheaper than the Model 3 Highland long range, because it's the only car that qualifies for the EV rebate. So if you are in that income bracket, if you qualify for the EV rebate, then go for the Model 3 Performance if you want to save $7,500, especially because it looks so much different than the Model 3 Highland, more so on the interior with the new seats, with the exterior with the new wheels and the red brake calipers, and then the carbon fiber spoiler for the Model 3 Performance. I'm very curious to see how well this car will sell. If you guys take a look at this car, it's extremely aesthetically pleasing. It really looks like a Model S Performance or Model S Plaid, Model S long range. And the cool thing about Tesla is that they don't have that red anymore, that kind of like this not as bright red. Now it's kind of the ultra red color, and they've done that for the Model 3, the Model Y, the Model S, the Model X. And I think it looks so much better than the previous red cars that Tesla had. That's honestly the reason why I wrapped my Tesla to a kind of a ultra red wrap, because I really like the new ultra red color. So this car has the new ultra red all across the car, and it's gorgeous. Like, if you guys see it in person, it's really pretty. It shines really nice, especially in the dark. It looks very nice, and then in the light, it just looks gorgeous. And you do have that new Model 3 badge, right? Before the Model 3 Performance, it just had the dual motor badge and a red underline on it. Now the Model 3 Performance has looks like a square badge, looks similar to the Plaid, but it's supposed to symbolize performance. And that's their new kind of badge to distinguish this car as their performance car. So I'm really interested in driving it, because I just want to see how fast it goes, right? I think it's a little bit faster than the previous Model 3 Performances. And one of the fun things I love driving about the Model 3 is that it's the easiest Tesla to drive. The Model Y was an easy Tesla to drive, but it was kind of bigger. The Model S, most beautiful Tesla in my personal opinion, but because the car is so long, it is a little hard to drive, especially making turns, going on like U-turns, making left and right turn. Model X was pretty great too, but the car was pretty big and it was hard to drive. So the Model 3, in my personal opinion, because it's smaller, it is probably the best daily driver. And if you like speed, if you like driving quick, if you like kind of going distances with your car, the Model 3 Performance is a great daily driver. If you like going on road trips, right, and it's just you and your friend, you and your whomever it may be, there's just two people in the car, the Model 3 is a great road trip car. Not so much if you have like 5 people with you, it gets kind of tight. That's the only reason I don't like the Model 3 as a car if you have a lot of people riding with you. But overall, the Model 3 Performance, love the way it looks. Love the color on it. I'm really excited about the updates they did to the car. When the car is available for test drive, I have my reps at Tesla telling me, hey, we'll call you for a test drive, see if you want to buy the car, and I'll think about purchasing the car. But I will get you guys basically a test drive experience of the car, so you guys can see from my perspective as someone who's owned a Model 3 Performance before, a Model Y Performance before, a Model S long range currently, and a Model X. So I have driven all these cars, and I want to give you the honest perspective on how I feel about the car when it comes to driving it, right? I think what you guys need to keep in account is that this Model 3 performance qualifies for the $7,500 rebate because a lot of the parts were built in the US, so it qualifies for that rebate. Also, the car is a Model 3 Highland, so you have that smoother suspension. I'm curious to see if the suspension is just as good as the Model S or Model 3 long range suspension, right? Because the Model 3 long range Highland suspension was better than my Model S long range suspension. That's my personal opinion. I don't know if it's true, what Tesla intended it to be, but I thought it was more comfortable than the air suspension from when I was driving the car. So I'm excited to get you guys that content when my Tesla reps let me know, hey, we can test drive this car. Jello family, appreciate you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Angelo Carlos. I've owned a Model 3, a Model Y, a Model S, a Model X, and I'm so happy that you guys help me grow the channel. So please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. We appreciate you guys so much from the bottom of our heart. We're going to keep making great content for you guys, so that way you guys can check out the channel. Check out the links down below. I have affiliate links for Teslas, as well as my other channel, Angelo Carlos Talks, for those of you guys who are interested in business. Appreciate you, Jello fam. Have an amazing day. Peace.